Mo, 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 mo. Oh, mo, 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 mo. Oh, mo, 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 mo. Oh, mo, 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 mo. Namo Gurave Namo Namo Buddhaya Namo Namo Dharmaya Namo Namo Sanghaya Namo Namo Gurave Namo Namo Buddhaya Namo Namo Dharmaya Namo Namo Sanghaya Namo. Greetings, everyone, from this part of the world, from Berkeley, California. I would like to welcome whoever watching this live video. Good morning. And before I start saying anything, I would like to take a moment of a gratitude and also sending a prayer, because whenever I watch news, there is always something going on here and there. So I would like to take a little moment of sending love, harmony, equanimity for all the corners, to all directions. May this live video brings peace within and out. There's so much thing going on, and despite that, I would like to take a moment of thanking to join this live video. And I would like to welcome everyone for this Facebook live. And also I would like to take a moment of a gratitude to this technology that I can use to communicate everyone there. And so today I'm going to share with you something very specific, very important topic that is very essential to practicing of meditation, especially if you want to develop loving kindness and compassion, and bring harmony within and outside. This is a very, very important, especially for people who are, I would say, in this modern time where the need to be what do you call the collective awakening, collective enlightenment, I would say, harmony, collective enlightenment, together enlightenment, which is very important in this time, because as more and more the technology is bringing us together, it is also it's a kind of a responsibility to use the technology or whatever that is in the modern world to bring more harmony in the world. So I want to take a moment to explain this. Good morning, Carolyn. Thank you for the comment. I always like the comment when I see the comment. So thank you. And so I will. So this, in this modern time where we are more coming along together in the technology, because there are so many people I haven't met personally, but still, I'm able to communicate with you all. So thank you so much for joining this, and I'm really grateful to be able to connect and use this technology to share something and take more responsibility, because there is a saying, the power comes with the responsibility. So and in this particular time, I wanted to talk about the bodhicitta. Bodhicitta, it's a very fundamental, essential practice, because bodhicitta, it's only sometimes found in a certain practice or traditions, because it is about becoming enlightened being to benefit other sentient beings. So it's found in a certain, like, there are people who are sick and just want a cure, and that's also okay. and there are people who want to be a doctor to help other. So there are people who are sick, want to just be cured, and that's still okay. And there are people who want to be a doctor to help other. So this is what we call the bodhicitta. Is a super very important important aspiration that we motivate our mind to be awakened to benefit other sentient beings. And what does bodhi means? Bodhi means also the awaken, and chitta means the mind or soul. So it's the awakened mind. And so today in this live we will be also practicing a little bit of a bodhicitta in our heart, because I now kind of making it I'm seeing very clearly more and more that in this 21st century it's impossible to be only self-liberated or only self-awakened. So it is more about how we can be collective awakening. So that is what inspired me to go live on this particular motivation, bodhicitta. In my previous Facebook live, I have also talked about um, the four the main names in Buddhism. And today I was yesterday, or I was just thinking about maybe I should go live on sharing about the bodhicitta. So all first of all, we have to understand all of these masters who are from any different traditions, and who are actively working in the world to benefit others. They've been all motivated by the bodhicitta. So bodhicitta is the not it's not any religion name, but it's just an aspiration that you motivate your mind to be awakened to benefit other beings. And that is also very essential to the Mahayana path. Maha means the great, Yana means the path. So it is also very essential to the Mahayana path. Mahayana are beings who want to be a doctor to help other. So in my circle there are many healers, many doctors, who are benefiting others. And I also like to take a moment of my gratitude for all those who have experience, and by that experience helping others to be awakened. So I would also like to take a moment of gratitude all of my dear friends and teachers from all the traditions that are actively working to help others. So in the practice of bodhicitta, of course there is a saying that there's a if you want to go to the retreat place, the best place to be retreat is your own body. So if you want to awaken the true meaning of life or true meaning of the mind, first the most important thing is to be connect with your own heart. So that's why I wanted to go live this particular this motivation or aspiration, the bodhicitta, because personally in my own life, sometimes I have a lot of motivated, or I take a lot of motivation from different traditions, teachers, but at the same time I also get motivated by myself. So I also wanted to take a moment of this reflection that sometimes the most important being to be connected, it's your own self. You are very important beings to be connected. A lot of time we're only connected from the external consuming aspect, but very rarely we're connected what we truly inside soulfully. Because I can be also very very certain that I grew up in Bhaktapur in Nepal, where very minimum things can bring a lot of joy. I was talking with one of my colleagues yesterday that I grew up playing this ball, football, that we make from the recycle, the haze and some mud and things like that. So I grew up with that, with very simple living and having a joy. So when we talk about the motivation, our own body is the very important things to be connected. And how do we connect that our own body? It's also through the meditation, through the mantra chanting, through just taking a moment of silence, listening to yourself. And a lot of time I also realized to connect your body, sometimes you need to have a either like accident. um, I know it's a very hard word to say the accident, but sometimes I feel like some people need very strong incident in their life to be able to connect with their self. That's what happens normally. A lot of time these masters who are really high realize, a lot of time a very sad incidents happens in their life. That's why they renounce their life, because they have a realization that a lot of things brings only sadness. So this moment I wanted to take a moment to this: how do we connect to ourselves without having incident or accident? So the best way would be start taking a couple of few deep breaths within yourself and experiencing your own body, and also first of all the very very important motivation that you have to have in your mind. It's your body is the pure temple. Your body is the temple. It's a sacred place. So when you have that motivation in your mind, then it is helpful to be able to visualize that your body is the pure temple. And by that motivation you will be able to connect to your your higher self. And when you say your body is a temple, of course the temple also get dirty, with many things, with thoughts, with foods, and many things. But be able to motivate your mind, thinking about that only the lotus flower grow from the mud. So also, even though it's the temple get dirty and temple sometimes get polluted, you have to get motivated in your mind that saying only the lotus flower grows in the mud with the dirt. But when it grows, it becomes untouched by the mud. So by this thinking, you will be able to also connect with your heart and the body. And there are many ways to be able to connect, through the chantings, through this vibration, saying that I would like to take this couple of deep breath and send the Om vibration to you all, whoever is watching this. So through the vibration also, through the vibration you will be able to just feel something. And it's not something somebody can feel right away also. It takes usually some practice, or sometimes people are just, because of their karmic connection, it's very fast. Some people can communicate or connect to their self faster. So coming back to the bodhicitta, The reason also I'm talking about the bodhicitta is because whoever I'm connected with the Facebook or personally or spiritually, I feel like everybody are on the path of becoming something beneficial for oneself and others. So this is a very just a reminding for everybody that whoever I am connected, that we're all on the almost same path, that to wanting to be awakened, to help oneself and others, especially when you are practicing the Mahayana path. You are motivating your mind to be awakened, and you want to come to this world again and again to help other. So I would like to, yeah, just say also thank you for this wonderful connection that I have. And a lot of friends I have are are that are that motivated, who are who are wanting to help oneself and others. That's why I was mentioning earlier that the collective awakening, and this is the time of collective awakening, that's happening right now. And so in that moment, I wanted to just take a moment to explain this word, the bodhicitta. So whoever enlightened being who are actively working in the world, they have all been motivated, or they've been and their aspiration was always this bodhicitta, the Sanskrit word for awakening self, for benefiting all sentient beings. Saying that, I would like to chant this bodhicitta prayer, so that we all, through this electronic whatever thing, may travel and connect with ourselves. And the way I'm chanting is in Tibetan language, Tibetan language chanting. The English translation would be, may the precious enlightened bodhicitta arise where it has not arisen, and where it has arisen, may it not be decreased, but increase more and more. Janzo zamjo rambo je ma gebe na gyuguru je gebe na ba me ba ya gone gondo bewara jo. Janzo zamjo rambo je ma gebe nam gyuguru je gebe na ba me ba ya gone gondo bewara. Om Janzo Zemjo Rambo Je Ma Gebe Na Gyoguro Je Gebe Na Ba Me Ba Yang Gone Gondo Pewra Jo. May the precious bodhicitta arise where it has not arisen. Where it has arisen, may it not be decreased, but increase more and more. Om Bhajasada Samaya Manobalaya Bhajasada Dinova Chusadito Mevava Sudokaya Mevava Subakaya Mevava Anurakta Mevava Sarvajidi Me Brayaza Sarvakarma Suzame Zidam Sri Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvadata Gata Vajramame Manje Vajriva Ma Sumaya Sodo Oma 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 Oma. And whenever we do all practice all together, or anything, even just by yourself, make sure to dedicate the practice to all beings, to your ancestor, to your parents, to your teachers, to your community, to your country. So make sure to dedicate to all sentient beings in the world. May all beings be awakened. May all beings be free from suffering and the cause of the suffering. Make sure to have that aspiration after you practice, no matter which tradition you do, because that is also one of the very essence to be awakened for benefiting other. So saying that, I would like to thank everyone, whoever joined this and join this live video, and I will go more live often. And please comment your thoughts about my sound quality and the video quality so that I can learn more and more to improve myself. And sometimes I feel like life is all about, finding those holes and putting that. It's about improving and learning from each other. So I would like to really take a moment to thank everyone for joining this, and may you all have a wonderful time. And this part of the world, which is the morning, may you have a wonderful day. And the direction where it's the evening, may you have wonderful rest and stay connected. Om Ahum.